As San Diego's most crooked cop sat in prison and another cop faced trial, our city attorney geared up to defend what he had called indefensible actions. The settlements alone had already cost the city more than $2 million. She was Anthony Arevalos' final victim. The chief of police has called you courageous for helping to put Anthony Arevalos in prison.
Yes.
The courts have protected her identity. We only know her as Jane Doe. She was a critical witness in convicting the crooked San Diego cop. Do you feel courageous?
I don't know. I feel very scared most of the time.
Her assault in a 7-Eleven bathroom was the final straw. The code of silence could no longer protect Arevalos.
We're responsible for what this dirtbag did, and we have a victim who's a hero. But that doesn't mean we make a bunch of people wealthy and rich over it.
City Attorney Jan Goldsmith is responsible for protecting the city's pocketbook, but Doe is suing the city for more than money. She says she also wants independent oversight of the police department. In defending the lawsuit, the city attorney had claimed Doe, quote, bribed Officer Arevalos with her panties to get out of a ticket, but eventually backed off that claim. It didn't stop the city, though, from paying a private investigator to track Doe just to make sure. For people who would say that it's insensitive for the city attorney to put a sexual assault victim under surveillance, you say what?
It's not being insensitive, it's preparing for trial.
There was never an active private investigator following, tailing Anthony Arevalos, yet that is exactly what the city's been doing with Jane Doe.
If the city knew, maybe they would have.
It was not the first time Jane Doe had been captured by a city surveillance camera.
Hi.
How you doing?
She's seen here working with a San Diego sex crimes detective to prove Arevalos abused his badge and traded tickets for sexual favors.
You said you wanted to touch me, and then you stopped, and so I don't know if you were upset.
Would I have liked to have been there along with you? Of course I would have liked to have been there along with you, but, I'm in uniform.
Here, Doe is seen being coached by Detective Lori Adams. They silently celebrate as Arevalos admits more and more details of his crimes.
It's crazy that I'm standing there with no panties on.
You are a grown woman. You handle it very well. Very well.
Police and prosecutors used portions of this recording to convict Arevalos, but it's what they did not share that raises more questions about police culture, and it could lead to a new trial.
This is just not another example of the misconduct and the corruption and the cover-up practices that go on at the San Diego Police Department.
Doe's attorney, Linda Workman, is talking about what happened when Doe reported her assault. Less than 24 hours after Arevalos sexually assaulted her, detectives had her write down what happened. Those notes never made it to trial.
The police department took custody of the notes that they had told her to take, and they put them in a drawer and they hid them for 2 years.
Arevalos' lawyers say Doe's notes suggest what Arevalos appears to admit on this tape did not happen. A judge has thrown out 2 of Arevalos' convictions because of this mistake. Doe's lawyers say the mistake was intentional.
The people that would abide by this and not try to correct it have a lot to answer for.
It could be a get-out-of-jail-free card, a new trial for Arevalos. Coming up, accountability is coming. Do you think the department can move forward with its current leadership? A new leader emerges.
For those very few who do not fulfill our standards, your failures will not be tolerated.
And the federal government launches a criminal investigation.
Where witnesses interviewed, was all the evidence collected, were the findings appropriate, were officers held accountable.
When Team 10 investigates police power, a culture of corruption continues.